What's up, YouTube? It's Baby from TheZenDoc here. I hope everyone is doing well. It's good to see you. I am a mixed media artist and a sculptor, and I love to document my process and share art tutorial videos to hopefully inspire you on your creative journey as well. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process of how to make a 3D wall sculpture with clay, air dried clay to be precise. And so we're pretty much going to be doing this together. I'll be sharing as much as I can of the process. And in front of me, I have 4 packets of air dried clay. So in terms of my next step, I will be tearing open this packet, kneading the clay together and rolling it out. And we'll check back in for the next step. So I rolled out the clay. One thing I'll say is the more packs of clay that you choose to work with, the more difficult it will be to knead and roll out. So don't feel the need to do too many at once as I did. Like, don't feel like you have to use 4 at once. Even if 4 is what you're going to use, you can work in sections. You can do 2 and then 2 because it just increases the difficulty of one getting the rolled out clay onto the canvas without tearing. For me, it's going to be a little tricky, but I just kind of prefer to work with a large or bigger batch. So fingers crossed there. But I also added some cardboard to beneath the clay while I was rolling, just to help my chances of being able to lift up the clay without having it stick to the counter. But now that I've got a flat piece of clay in front of me, another thing I will say to keep in mind when you roll out the clay, don't make it too thin because that might lead to tearing. You want to find a good balance of where it's slightly thick enough that you can work with it, but also not too thick where you're wasting clay. But in any case, I will be working with this canvas. It's pretty strong. It's gallery depth, which is what I prefer for bigger clay pieces, just given that clay is so dense and heavy. But feel free to work with any canvas of your choosing. One tip is I get questions about how to make the clay stick to the canvas, and that's water. I tend to spray down the canvas with water, which will just really help with the adhesion process and also help to really tighten the canvas, which is a trick to help you stretch out your canvas if you're not aware. If you spray water on canvas, it dries extra taut. But right now, what I will be working on is getting my canvas wet, getting the clay on the canvas, and working with the clay to mold the shape of the sculpture on the canvas. Let's see how this goes. But one thing I will say to you is clay is really forgiving. So if you feel like you're struggling with the shape or you don't like whatever shape you've created, you can always just take off the entire thing, knead it up and roll it out again. So repeat in step 1 and 2. As always, all of the links to all of the materials I'm using will be left in the description box, but let's get back to work. So I have a structure for the sculpture already in place, at least the very basic form of it. What I will be working on next will be finessing the form and cutting off all of the excess clay. And if you are wondering what I will be doing with the excess clay, I will pretty much just roll it back up or knead it into one solid bundle and store in an airtight container, probably mist it with some water just to keep it moist. And I can always use that for another project in the future. And in terms of what I will be doing with the rest of the sculpture today is really just working with water. When it comes to clay, water really is your best friend. Spraying it down, running my hands and rubbing my hands all over it, because that would help a lot with smoothing out the wrinkles that develop in the clay as it begins to dry. So really, we just want to get our hands dirty. And once I am done with all of that, I really just have to give it time to dry. Given the density of the clay, I will guess it'll probably take anywhere from about 5 to 7 days for it to fully dry. But once I feel like it's dry enough for us to proceed to the next step of the smoothing process, we'll check back in. It's been a few days and this piece is very well on its way to getting fully dry. It's at the point where I do feel comfortable proceeding to the next step, which would be to begin to apply layers of my joint compound paste, which I have here right next to me. And this I find to be helpful because the joint compound paste will naturally work into the cracks and crevices of the clay. Whatever wrinkles there in the clay would naturally disappear and be covered by the joint compound mixture. And I just find this to be a really effective way of getting my clay art to be smooth, rather than just sanding. And so that's what I will begin to do today. I'll share some of that process with you. A lot of it will likely take place off camera since I will be applying layers after layer until I feel satisfied with it. I also want to say at this point that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please support the work that I do. A subscription on your end would be helpful for me. If this video is also something that you find really helpful, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube is aware that this video and this content is valuable and they're able to, push it out or recommend it to other creatives like yourself. So in any case, without further ado, I'm just going to switch the camera angles and show you more of what I will be doing. I apologize, today is a little bit gloomy, but you should still be able to see what I'm doing. It's been a few days and I'm really excited because this piece is almost nearly done. And today we're going to be sanding. So I've got my mask, I've got a couple of sandpapers here. I also have this varnish, which depending on my assessment after sanding, I may just go ahead and seal it and then we're done. But if I feel like I need to touch up some areas, I won't be doing that today. But I just wanted to share because it's an important part of the process as well. Once this is done, I will be spraying the entire thing with a matte spray varnish just to seal for longevity. So keep that in mind. But yeah, without further ado, let's get to work. Let's get to sanding. So this is how it came out. It's a really beautiful, gorgeous piece of art that can really shine in any vibe, aesthetic, or setting. I'd really missed working with clay, and I had such a great time creating this sculpture. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. I try to be as detailed as possible because I don't work with clay as often as I do with plaster, and so I wanted to pack in as much info as possible. As always, all of the links will be left in the description box, so if you're wondering or have questions about any materials that I use, just check there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Don't forget to subscribe or give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye.